we met in college, which is over 20 years ago, and we've been making films side by side since then, and we partnered up for our first job, sort of accidentally, in Hollywood, and we've been stuck together sort of legally, sort of a complicated legal situation, but we're trying to make the best of it.
I'm sure you are. But on the positive side, you've had this great run with the Jump Street films, with the Cloudy franchise, with the Lego movie. I mean, what is it that you think makes you guys work well together?
Well, we have a very inefficient process. We don't divide up any labor or anything. We just sort of both hassle each other over every step of the way, but it actually ends up making a much better product. But it
adds a lot of rigor to the process, so that your first idea doesn't get through. It doesn't get past this guy unless it's good, and we usually wind up finding a third best idea out of our conversation.
On ideas, I mean, when you're doing a sequel, everybody always likes to talk about sequel fatigue. So how do you sort of balance keeping something fresh? Tell us about it. I mean, you know, how do you balance that? You don't want to stray obviously too far from the original, but you want to keep things fresh.
Yeah, that was sort of, we were skeptical about doing a sequel from the beginning, and it wasn't until we sort of figured out that the movie itself could be about how hard it is to make a sequel and how hard it is to make a sequel in someone's relationship. What's the next step? That we were able to sort of find a fresh way into it. And
not to give too much away, but there are some jokes near the end of this movie about how long this franchise could go on. How long do you guys want to make Jump Street movies?
For the rest of our lives. I mean, I hope we can pass it on to our children. The plan is to have 2 sons that are close in age.
So that they can be co-directors of 99 Jump Street.
And to raise them on set, yeah, to basically they can go on forever.
In all seriousness, you guys have hot hands. I mean, you've got a lot of options in front of you. Obviously, there's the future of the Lego franchise, but your names also came up, reportedly tied to the Ghostbusters 3 project. What do you guys want to do next?
Well, first, we really want to take a nap because we spent, this year we had 2 movies come out and we were working on them simultaneously, and it was really hard. So we really want to just take a little break. And then we've got, the Lego franchise and a bunch of other things cooking in the hopper.
We just want to keep making good stuff together and enjoying ourselves and trying to elevate material as much as we can, trying to make thoughtful movies. But I have to say, this is a pretty good job, kind of sitting here and answering questions.
Yeah, I could do this for a while.
Yeah, so we might just kind of branch out into this.
Well, please stay off my turf, but like in terms of the similarities between, something like Cloudy and something like 22 Jump Street, when it comes to the writing process, what is parallel through all of this?
Well, ultimately, we just try to make each other laugh, and we approach it exactly the same way when we're making a family movie like the Lego movie or Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, or if we're making one of these R-rated, hard R action comedies. We're just trying to amuse ourselves. And one of them, we can say bad words and shoot people, and another one we don't. But other than that, we really just try to tell a good story and try and see what would surprise each other.
It's just lucky that our sense of humor is juvenile enough that it also appeals to children.